Namaste and welcome to this mini series of practice in which I love to share something about my programs, what I call joint-friendly yoga practice, because I seen by many years of teaching gym, Pilates and yoga that the first important things, if we want really to have a good relation with our body, is to love it fully and accept that anything that the body gives, even if uneasiness or problems, is its way of communicating with us. So we don't have to go too much in reaction with the body, but we have to surrender to something which is higher than us and learn and see why this part has not keep on, but is giving signals that it could not hold the pace that I am directing. And often we find out that our personality, our ego is too much hard with the body and it doesn't listen to its signals, it asks too much, and then we have all these side effects. So this is the meaning of wishing to share with you this little process for reconnecting and start to learn through the various parts of our body. So today I want to dedicate this to the hip joint and the sacrum area, because this is often a very delicate part in many people, and it's such a beautiful part of our body if we just learn what this part is up to. Okay, so just close a few minutes your eyes, and when you close your eyes, simply swing. So I just put me inside, you can see me better. You swing your hips, so you don't have to lift your buttocks from the mat, but simply swing a little bit so that your hip roll. You inhale, you exhale. It's not really a cat and cow, as we know that is the spine involved with. This is the hip. So you need to push a little bit with your legs and buttocks down to the earth when you bring it forward, and release. And get to know your hips by moving it gently. And perhaps you may also start to inhale and bring light together with prana and oxygen in your hip. Exhaling, and one time more you inhale and you imagine that this prana, this light, is opening and softening the hip joint and the sacrum. And one time more we inhale, and exhaling we may bend a little bit down, exhale, hold, and then we rolling up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, you're rolling up, and exhale. Inhale, you're rolling up, and exhale. Last time we inhale, we stay, we exhale, and we shift the legs. So the feet what was behind, we put it in front. We're not doing anything which is more in one side than the other. So we inhale and we exhale. We inhale We inhale one time more, and we exhale. And we can stay for a moment if we want, feeling that the body is completely resting on the forehead, the chest, the shoulder, the head. And our awareness goes only to the hip joint, feeling all this area and the sacrum. And perhaps we may breathe there as we want to open more space, as if we want to bring oxygen and prana. And gently we may place the hand to the mat and we're rolling out. Inhaling and exhaling, we bring the feet wide apart as the mat and the hands are behind and we sit straight. So for a moment just do that without widening your knees, but keeping firmly. Inhaling and exhaling, we bring the knee inside the arc of the feet and we push with the shoulder and we push with the hip. Inhaling, the head look up, and exhaling, we roll to the other side and we inhale again and we exhale. We inhale again and we exhale. And this, you can do it slowly, bringing awareness when you push your hips up, or you can do a little bit quicker, feeling that energy start to move inside your joint there, inside your hip, in the sacrum. And now we all speed it up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and with the next exhalation, I lift the arm. Inhale and opening up, uplifting more the hips up. Inhaling and exhaling. I roll to the other side. Inhale once again, the belly is active. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. And feel that when you roll, your belly is very active. And you're very soft. And try to find fluidity in the movement. Imagine that you are a water waves that roll. And one time more to the other side. Inhale and exhale. We come back. Let's have a relief breath. And now we stretch one leg. We bring the other leg, the feet close to the inner thigh. Perhaps I just do it in the reverse so you see me better. And we come in Janu Shirshasana. So we sit for a moment and really focus on the hip. We need to realize if there is fluidity or if there is rigidity. If we feel that our hips and sacrum area is fluid, okay, that's the key word for this joint, fluidity. If we feel that there we are very rigid and the movements are not fluid, we tend to be very rigid in our behavior, then this is a process that may help you, because if you do more and more, then you will stop naturally without thinking all this rigidity, and the deep transformational process, it will start in you without you do nothing. The only thing you have to do is to swing your hips and become aware of this part. When you sit, when you work, when you drive, when you meet a friend, when you are with your beloved, when you go to your family, when you walk in the nature, and start to embrace it. It's a beautiful part of your body and it needs all our care. Okay? So now that we're sitting in this beautiful position and we really in balance, we feel our spine then grows high when we're doing that. And exhaling, we may go in a side flexion of our upper chest, and then like this, freeing and opening even more the joint, the hip joint. I love to grasp my big toes, inhale and then go even more, inhaling and exhaling and feeling the hip more and more, making space, making room. Inhale and exhale. I start to walk back. I bend the knee, grasp my big toe and open. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, I coming up, grasp the other big toe and I go into the bow position. Inhaling and exhaling. Akarna Dhanurasana. Inhale and just push a little bit, pull a little bit with your hands so that it's imagine that you are really stretching as much as you can. Inhale and exhaling, you land in the other side and we are ready for Janushasana. Again we swing, we grasp the toes, so we going up, grasp the other, inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale, inhale and feel the difference from one joint to the other joint. Stretching, breathing, and exhaling. We come back. We bend the knee, grasp the big toe, stretching up. Inhale, stretch, open, 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 open. Inhale. And exhaling, we're coming up. We stretch the other, grasp the big toe, and we are ready for inhaling and exhaling. And gently we land into Baddha Konasana. Butterfly pose, inhaling deeply and exhaling and feeling what's happened to your hip joint, what's happened to your sacrum area. Inhale and bring there your compassion. Bring there your love, accepting. our Sacrum area. It's also a beautiful part of our body. And you may breathe more and more, trying to find again the quality of fluidity. And when we find the quality of fluidity, we swing very sweetly, right to left, without raising the buttocks in any side up from the mat, but really feel that this swing, this sweet swinging, imagining that we are a beautiful plant under the water, and the movement, the waves of the ocean give us this floating, swinging movement. And we can breathe, try to make space. Again, bringing love to this area. Perhaps you never thought about to bring love to your hip joint, the sacrum area, with all the organs and functions there. We can back. Sorry, we roll all the way up with our spine. For a moment we stay growing high, feeling that we fully open. And perhaps we breathe one time more to open a bit more. And we start to visualize beautiful light, orange light at the center of our sacrum area. And we can drink this orange nectar and allow our body mind to become sweeter, to become softer, to become fluider. Inhaling and exhaling. You may release the pores. You may help yourself to lift your knees, and we can lay down. Inhaling and exhaling, finding the ground with our spine. You may do a relief breath if you want. Really let drop everything out of your hip, of your sacrum, down to the mat. Wherever it's called shadow or tensions you may have experienced there, or perhaps a lot of feeling, a sense of not really being at peace with ourselves. Emotions sometimes play a very heavy part in contracting and disconnecting us from this joint. So anything you experience, please let it go to the mat so that you may feel that slowly your area there becomes softer and lighter. And we will now swing into Setu Bandhasana, inhaling and exhaling. And we are doing that by keeping the spine aligned, the chin slightly toward the breastbone so that the whole back is also relaxed and flat as much as possible on the mat. Then when I start to lift, I contract the base, Mula Bandha, the one who know yoga. For the people who doesn't know Mula Bandha, it's like a contraction of the base. Imagine like you need to go to the toilet, pee, but you could not. So it's like this has to be the movement, a contraction in the perineal muscles. And with this contraction, you keep the inside of your thigh very active, all legs, but the inside so that the knees doesn't open. And you rise up. You inhale in and gently you exhale. You bring the vertebra bound to the mat and exhale. Release the contraction in the perineum. Inhale one time more and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And this you can do it as much as you can. Really be in your body, be in your hips as you do that. Really allow them to be the one who moves. And you can speed up a little bit, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, we stay up, inhale. And we can gently detach one foot to bring it high. And exhaling, we bring it down. Relief breath. And again, we inhale and we exhale. We inhale and we exhale. We inhale and we exhale. And now again, we inhale. We bring the weight from the right foot and we stretch. Inhaling and exhaling. And now you have a good relief breath. And you may swing a little bit your knees, right and left. And make your way down for a few minutes of full relaxation. And because we have been working on the hips, it would be nice to have something below of your knees. So if you have a pillow or a bolster, wonderful. If not, you may use your yoga block. It's also something so that you really have a beautiful sensation of allowing the hips to open and soften. And you can breathe. And perhaps silently from the inside of your hip joint and sacrum area, you may hear a whisper. together with the feelings of the energy that start to move there. And it's nice to listen to our bodies after a good yoga practice. Because if we listen to the body like this, we may get to know us deeper than the level that we used to think of us. And gently you may stay as much as you like, resting in Shavasana. Perhaps you have enjoyed this mini practice that I love to share with you, and I really thank you for being with us. Tat Sat Yoga. Namaste.